E3. I skipped.
Zoe.
You say you were streaming, right?
Yeah.
Spoiler alerts.
Anyone who cared to watch E3 already saw all of E3.
Yeah. So if you listen to us, oh yeah, you get the fucking card. Okay.
Spoiler alert, real Oscar Satan. Spoilers for 40-year-old manga.
Yeah. So
when it comes to EA, I skipped it.
I skimmed a bit of the Star Wars thing, and that was basically it. Or I watched Maximilian Dude's video on the subject about. Because I did that about the time he did. While the EA was smart and put the games people cared about in the beginning and save the sports stuff for later.
really, aren't you supposed to do the opposite so people stick around? Well, I mean, I guess since people aren't required, I mean, no one's gonna like stick around if they don't care. So I guess yeah.
Yeah. So the only thing from EA was
The Star Wars conference is okay.
Oh, just another Star Wars game?
Yeah.
Fallen Order. It's I don't know what to describe the combat that was specifically.
It's more of an action game. You saw,
In a
like,
way, it's kind of like Uncharted with lightsabers, but I don't know how well accurate that will be in the long run.
There, yeah.
I didn't know this was here.
Remember last time when I tried to like find the P block? It was up there all the time.
What the fuck?
The 2777 Cyberpunk.
No, you saw the trailer for it. You didn't watch any of the conferences aside from the Nintendo Direct. And I wanted to start from the beginning to...
Okay, next up is Microsoft.
What? Okay, I didn't see that one. I was interested in
It, for the most part, that showed exactly what I expected they would. Like, you know, like a handful of surprises. The biggest one for me was Phantasy Star Online 2 is finally being released in the West after 8 years.
On Xbox One?
Yeah,
on Xbox
exclusively.
One.
Huh.
I don't know if it's going to stay exclusive, but...
To me, in a way, it makes sense because Phantasy Star Universe was a big MMO I played on 360. Like, I put over and over well over 1,000 hours in that shit.
Wow, I mean...
speaking of which, I'm kind of...
long? After all these years?
Speaking
of... Like, PSO2 was announced to be released in the West in 2012. Nothing after that. Not even a little bit. And PSO2 over there, like, they have it, like, it's like the MMO thing, it was like... It's the kind of MMO thing where if they know you're not in an Asian country, they will ban you. But then at a later point, they translated the entire English, like the entire text into English for English-speaking Asian countries. Like, that kind of goes out of it.
Like what? Hong Kong? What?
I don't know. Ask Sega. They refused to comment on the Western release of any sort for the longest time, and suddenly, pow!
I mean, I guess to hate money. Like, are they so...
PSO2 is free to play. There are things you can, like, microtransactions and/or like a subscription thing you can buy for extra features and stuff in the game. But from what I can tell, it's still really successful for them.
Okay, now explain to me this: the gameplay of PSO2. Is it like standard MMO fare, or is it an actual action game?
Well, it's an actual action game, like Phantasy Star Universe before it.
I never played a Phantasy Star. That's why I was asking.
Yeah, it's like a run around action RPG of sorts. Of course, you can equip like gear you find in the field.
So no auto attacks.
No, like sort of like you have regular base attacks with your weapon, but not the auto attack kind of thing for World of Warcraft. You have to timed hits.
Oh, okay, that's
and like better. You have like each weapon has like its like a gauge, a PP gauge, photon art gauge, or something like that. Where you can use special moves, photon arts.
Okay.
And you gain that gauge back by either waiting around or hitting enemies. So
I'm guessing it has very little to do with the Phantasy Stars on the Sega Genesis.
Yeah, seems to be entirely different. Those are kind of just fantasy games with sci-fi stuff in there, from what I remember. But Phantasy Star Universe onward, it was just pure sci-fi stuff. Okay. And it's like photon art stuff are basically the equivalent to magic, but not really. Like, just photons are the MacGuffin particle of the universe, like the Minovsky particle in Gundam.
Well, photons are just light.
Yeah, well, photons are used to basically everything. So, it might as well be Minovsky particles.
Huh.
Alright, so this is still part of the Microsoft conference because it was revealed at the Microsoft conference, but I'm directing it towards Bandai Namco. When the fuck are we going to move past the Saiyan saga? And Namek. Ah!
What I can tell that Dragon Ball Kakarot thing's gonna go over basically all of DBZ again.
No. From what we saw in the trailers, it was just...
Yeah, well, that's just for now. They're probably like, if of all the Dragon Ball games that have existed, and how long this series has been out, we're gonna go like to see everything because I get to play the entirety of the Dragon Ball series again.
And just so you know, Dennis, Dragon Ball Z Kakarot is an action RPG.
Oh, it's some sort of action RPG thing of a jigger.
Even though it still plays like a battle arena game.
Don't know if it's actually going to be like the Legacy of Goku games, but you know.
Still don't know if it's gonna be good. What?
We haven't really seen much of it of actual gameplay for the most part, but it looks really pretty.
For my opinion, I think that a majority of those games that Microsoft showed is still gonna be in other console libraries.
Duh.
If not, then just on PC. So,
the one problem I have with Microsoft's conference, almost no gameplay for anything.
like, I like the idea for Cyberpunk, even though I don't know what it's about.
It's about Cyberpunk World.
Or what the gameplay's like.
Yeah, I'm not sure what it's... it looks like it's... I know it's like action, but I think it's going to be...
I'm not sure if it's action or it's first person. I don't know. I still need to see more gameplay for it, even though the Keanu Reeves bit was kind of cute, I guess. Especially when that one fan of the audience goes, "You're breathtaking!" He blushes, and he goes, "No, you're breathtaking! You're all breathtaking!"
I think I got a free copy of the game.
No, I don't think he got a free copy. I think the developers just like gave him a handshake and was like, "Thank you."
Oh, I heard he got a collector's edition copy of the game.
You serious?
Yeah.
What a lucky guy.
For once, shouting in the air like an idiot actually got you something.
Forgot the 1x1 block
Okay,
run.
you compliment the Keanu Reeves on stage. I mean, yeah, you're gonna get something. I mean, he is like the nicest person in Hollywood.
Jesus, I can't believe John Wick from Fortnite made it into a different game.
Whatever. All we need now is Negan from Tekken 7.
Hey.
And Ezio Auditore from Soul Calibur.
Anyway. Other game with no gameplay that I still found interesting was Ghostwire. And honestly, I think too many people fell in love with Nakamura.
That's from Bethesda. We're not there yet, dickhead.
Was that from Bethesda?
Yes.
Ah.
Okay. Well.
I thought it was from them.
You know, like, Gears 5 exists still.
guess.
We didn't get anything from that, really. The Gears pop thing, that's fine, but it's just
Not my
lightheartedness is just why?
It's not my thing. No
That's
killer
not really why
instinct.
people play Gears of War.
I thought Gears of War was supposed to be bulky and gritty.
Yeah.
I don't even want to see anything from Gears 5, to be honest. I played all the way to Gears 3, and I thought that was the definitive end of the story. And then I hear Gears 4, like, okay, I'm slightly interested, but I don't own an
God damn it.
Just get it, go.
I don't own an Xbox One X, so
Well, I don't know.
Oh,
Actually, this Project Scarlet, whatever it is going to be backwards compatible with everything. So,
I guess that'd be the way to go. But
and it'll launch with Halo Infinite, which looks pretty. It looks pretty. I'm glad Chief has his old armor design back, even though it's basically the Ford on the Dawn suit. But if that launches with Scarlet and it's like back compatible with basically everything else, I'll get it.
Nice, real nice. So no new Halo?
Well,
no,
like,
Halo Infinite was teased at the end.
Halo Infinite was there for like a 5 to 10 minute long cutscene, and it's going to launch with the next console of Microsoft, which is...
Next console?
Yeah, Microsoft talked about this Project Scarlet of theirs. We don't know exactly what it looks like or its specs, but, you know, it's like, oh, it's supposedly really powerful, and that Halo's going to launch with it, which I don't know has ever happened before. Has the Microsoft console launched with Halo?
But remember, kids, Don't buy consoles at launch. Don't you ever buy consoles at launch.
There's a song about it.
But Halo. Well, I get like hopefully at next E3 they'll actually show fucking gameplay, damn it. That's like the one consistent bad thing with Microsoft's conference, almost no gameplay for anything. What gameplay did they show outside of games you know already exist, like Phantasy Star Online 2?
Forza. No.
Another game that exists already.
Battletoads.
That's some gameplay for that, yeah. I'm
Yeah,
not sure what to think about the art style though.
So Rare is actually making something?
Yeah, they're making, or I'm not sure if it's Rare making it, but they are in fact redoing or rebooting Battletoads.
I don't know if it's a, I don't know, I don't think they stated if it's a reboot or not, or just a new game.
You're right, but it's like they are definitely just bringing the series back. See, that's what happened to me! I couldn't grab that.
How are you able to stand on the coin?
Because it's a fucking block.
Oh,
Yeah,
it has something in it, okay. So we happen to land the one coin with an item in it.
I hate this.
It's about my luck too. I forget what other highlights and announcements in Microsoft.
I don't think any other ones really mattered.
Actually, something that's kind of weird is, like, well, other than the fact that I find Minecraft Dungeons to be kind of meh. Like, all new things come out of like, not much. I don't know if there's not really much you can do with Minecraft that's new, but.
It's just fucking Minecraft Diablo.
And I don't know if that's even why people play Minecraft to do that kind of thing.
No,
but
Minecraft's just about
building
and creating, exploring.
Alright.
I mean, other games do that exact thing, but were designed just for that, so.
Alright, through with Microsoft. Before we jump into Bethesda...
Oh, you mean the Doom conference?
Before we jump into Bethesda... PlayStation or Sony was being sneaky.
We're gonna get it.
And they uploaded a...
Yeah, got it.
Wow, neat.
You got that shit?
Yeah, he got that shit. He did something right in his life.
I've done plenty right. But anyway. Sony was being sneaky and they released a trailer, an English trailer for Persona the Royal. The text was still in Japanese, but the dialogue was in English.
It seems like they're actually adding legitimate new story stuff, which is nice.
I thought I said that.
I don't think you got to it yet.
No, I think I mentioned it to you that they were adding new story stuff.
Okay. Well, I watched that particular Persona the Royal trailer, so
Wait.
it's about Persona the Royal.
Oh, that's pretty much it. That Sony was being cheeky and released an English trailer for it.
Is that the only thing Sony released?
Afterwards they showed the trailers for games that are coming out on their console as well.
Eventually.
Cyberpunk 2077 was definitely one of them.
Alright.
But anyway, after that, Bethesda started.
The fucking Persona 5 the Royal trailer basically means we're new story stuff and that. No point in completing my playthrough that I never bothered to finish. Just get the new one.
I'm still gonna do a second playthrough. I like the game enough to...
Bethesda's conference, or else I say call it woohoo.
The Woo! Conference.
Yeah. The coal train.
So, if you ever had thoughts or questioned whether or not companies hire people to be hype men in the audience,
The fuck? Okay.
Bethesda definitely shows that that actually happens. The very first thing they do is apologize for Fallout 76.
Really?
Yes!
That's hilarious. They're self-aware.
And,
everything about Fallout 76 and its controversy was completely beyond atrocious.
Oh no, that was...
It was like beyond atrocious.
I don't know how that was released. I mean, it's... I mean, the only thing that I can imagine that's more like egregious in recent memory is that Metal Gear Solid survival game. But at least Bethesda apologized for it, you know, after.
But
at least Metal Gear Survive actually worked, and they didn't like lie about the things they're going to release among all the other scumbag things that they did surrounding the game. Like, for example, that Nuka-Cola Black, you know about that?
No, I haven't
The beer?
heard of
It was some rum thing, and it is some sort of like pre-order $80, several months ahead of its 3 months ahead of its release. Basically, beer and it's been turned out when they released a trailer about it, like several months after people already spent $80 for ordering the fucking thing, that it was just a glass of rum in a cheap, thin plastic cover.
What the fuck?
And it's some fat, and the top lid is so fat that you can actually like, it can just pour, it can just not go in the cup and stick to the bottle, and half it'll spill out. And the rum itself was actually really subpar too, for $80.
Holy shit!
And people waited like ended up it was supposed to release in like November or something, and then delayed it until like December. People got it like the day before Christmas or some shit. Among other things. That's not even the worst of it.
That's disgusting.
Dennis, you still watch the comic historian, Internet Historian, right?
I haven't seen him in a while. Why?
He made a video on that.
Oh, I have to watch that then.
Yeah.
Because that's disgusting.
Like
Because-
that's not even the worst of it.
It ends up, they make the right collector's edition bottle later and sell it on their website.
That's fucking disgusting.
Yeah, trust me, there's a lot more to it.
No, that was Konami, right?
No, that was Bethesda.
It was Fall 76.
Oh.
All of this, but wait, there's more.
Holy shit.
You hear about the bag?
The bag?
We'll get into that later. We'll have to get into that later.
Oh, when we go into Doom, there's something I wanted to bring up regarding that specifically.
Yeah. They have the spinning Mario fire bars.
That's... Jesus Christ, Bethesda. What the fuck?
Like, the only thing Bethesda has going for them right now is Doom Eternal. After that, I don't know.
So first thing they do is apologize, but they bring out Todd Howard to apologize.
Who?
Todd Howard.
The creator of the series, of the game. I don't know if he was in charge of Fallout / Elder Scrolls since the beginning, but, you know, he's in charge of it right now. And then they announced, oh, we added human NPCs! And a Battle Royale mode!
To Fallout 76. But the thing I wanted to bring up was that as soon as Todd Howard stepped on stage, he got a standing ovation from 8 people in the front row.
Oh, what?
It's like, and all of them were wearing the Bethesda memorabilia. Or at least some of them were like in the full Bethesda outfit.
Wow.
There was
almost like they had a monetary incentive to do that.
And there was also some guy in a full Fallout 76
Jumpsuit.
100 jumpsuit, yeah.
We found the guy being paid.
I think you found the 8 guys being paid.
Oh, they announced a mobile. They announced a few mobile games, an update to a mobile game, an update or an expansion for their MMO.
Elder Scrolls
Elder
Online.
Scrolls Online.
Elsewhere, that thing has been announced months ago.
And after all that shenanigans and paid hype men in the audience,
Woo.
we get to Doom Eternal.
Doom Eternal looks fantastic. And from what I've heard of people who played the game at E3, it is about what I had hoped for. So I have no doubt that they're going to do great with that one.
I've had my pre-order for a while.
As well as some of the gameplay they've shown of it, where like Doom guy like walks up to one of these BFG cannons, and when the round loads up, before it's put in the gun, he knocks out of the way and gets in the gun himself and launches himself at some planetoid to kill demons.
What the
It's an idea of what you're getting yourself into.
And then we got Devolver Digital.
They are off their meds again. Like,
why was it bad or good?
good.
It was good this time because they don't actually do any live conferences. It's just a pre-recorded show.
It's basically just a parody of Nintendo Direct.
No, this one was directly a parody of Nintendo Direct. It was called Devolver Direct.
It was taken in place inside the mind of the person that was quote-unquote killed in the last Devolver Digital presentation, and it's like some sort of RoboCop Terminator parody.
Really?
Yeah. The only real game I was interested in out of all that stuff was this Carrion game, where you're actually this monster running loose in this facility, running rampant and stuff.
You know, I mean, I'm a big fan of Devolver, so I'm gonna to see what games came out.
And they also
My friend Pedro still looks interesting, although I'm not sure if I'll bother with it though.
I
think that's like one of the top because I mean there's so many like great indie games, but there's none that like produce so many IP like famous indie IPs as them though. Like Shovel Knight made by Yacht Club Games. Like that's the only one game of note that I know of. It's a great game.
They worked on another one. I forgot what it was.
And I'm sure they've done other stuff, but it's the one. That's the one game I know that they've done. It's a great game. Not knocking it. Or like the people who made like Limbo or what's that one? Rumbo or any of those indie games. Yeah, Team makes a great game, but I mean, Devolver is more like a producer at this point, though, right? Or publisher.
I know they. No wait, never mind. It wasn't Devolver. It was someone else. Hey.
There's also the PC game thing that happened.
There's another show that happened before that, but there's one thing I want to bring up. Into the Gungeon House of the Dead.
Oh.
They released an actual arcade machine.
Really?
Yep.
That's awesome. I'm guessing it's still only 2-player?
Yep. But
I want them to make it like online co-op multiplayer where you could have like 5 people.
5 people with light guns shooting at the screen.
No.
Because that's what that is.
Oh, it's okay. It's a light gun game. Okay.
Yeah. Alright, so after Devolver Digital, Upload VR had a show.
Who?
Upload VR.
Okay.
Oh, is that the one making that one?
No.
Oh.
Upload VR. A lot of them were just shooters.
Nah, you get to be pawn hopper.
Yes, and I will.
As they usually do. I unfortunately cannot recall a lot of what they showed off. I know there was a little bit of Boneworks in there. All they showed off was a quick trailer. They didn't show off the new tech that they made for it, which is kind of sad. I can recall from the
I'm guessing Berta comes back.
from Upload VR.
Yeah. She's a bitch that way. There she is.
It is just Boneworks. That's because I already knew what Boneworks was before it came out. After Upload VR is the PC gaming show, which again, I can't remember a lot. The only thing that really caught my attention was Maneater, which, funny enough, was revealed last E3, but it's still not out yet. And all that game is Depth, if you guys recall what that is, the shark game.
Yeah.
Where you just play as nothing but the shark with RPG elements, but with the same kind of like evolution system.
It was Jaws Unleashed.
Oh yeah, I love that. I love Jaws Unleashed. That was a great game. At least I remember it being good. I'm not sure if it was actually good.
And that's been all I can recall, aside from TennoCon coming up and getting a free Necros Prime, but nobody I know plays, well, even I don't really play Warframe anymore.
I never really cared about Warframe.
I thought it was really big at one point.
It's still really big.
I just never cared for myself.
I never got into it because I knew that I didn't have that time to spend with it.
I mean, from what I could tell, last thing that we talked about at the PC game thing was Baldur's Gate 3, but they didn't show any gameplay for it. They just talked about it, and then that's it.
Yep.
Which is very whatever.
You look at my list to see what conference came up after the
Ubisoft conference, I believe, was next, and it was quite the snooze fest.
Ooh, Ubisoft. Gerard brought something up in his reviews of the E3s.
Yeah.
That for some reason each and every company seems to be doing its own subscription service.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, subscription services is what every fucking tech company's doing now.
Like, I forgot to bring it up early.
Stuff for the pipe. Stuff for the pipe.
I know. I forgot to bring it up earlier. But one of the things Bethesda did announce is their Project Orion. Or not Project Orion, but Orion, which would be a cloud streaming service.
That's not going to be viable
Okay,
until for
who
these
the
other
fuck
5 or
is
10
going to
years.
buy a streaming service for fucking Ubisoft?
No. Well, I mean, Ubisoft is doing Uplay Plus, and Bethesda's doing Orion.
Oh. Who's gonna buy a subscription? Okay. So
Who would buy a
stupid.
anything from Bethesda when they're known for bugs?
How the fuck is that company still viable despite their games being filled with bugs?
Because they made a lot of good games that people spend way too much time on, like The Elder Scrolls.
No one wants to pay a subscription service for a fucking game that they play. I mean, it's already bad enough that we have to pay. At least for PS Plus, we get something out of it, I guess.
Oh Jesus fuck! Everyone forgot about the very first thing that was actually announced at E3.
What?
Google Stadia.
Google what?
Google Stadia, like their console thingamajig.
Google's making a
What?
console.
Why? Well, you know what? That's a dumb question, because they have plenty of money and the resources to do it. So yeah, you know what?
And
I'm
of
not
all the
surprised.
places, I believe that's where they announced Baldur's Gate 3 of all places.
Why?
For Stadia.
Well, it's for other things, but you know.
We'll jump on that later.
Like, they basically just reiterated on things we already knew of for the most part. More
Yeah. I want to say
Division
one.
2, more the pay
I want
plus
to say
thing.
one last thing on.
The fucking next Just Dance game is gonna be for the Wii because I think hospitals use it a lot for that kind of thing.
Oh, okay.
Not on the
That
Wii
makes
U.
sense.
The Wii has officially outlived the Wii U. Thanks, Ubisoft. What did you want to say, Dennis?
I want to say on subscription services, like the average income for people in the U.S. is $30,000. A lot of people make less than that. A lot of those are video game fans. No one's going to be able to afford 12 fucking subscriptions a month. Okay? And all it's going to do is people are going to have to pick and choose. And at the end of the day, they're going to lose money. Because if someone prefers another company, they're going to choose that one over you. Okay? People are paying like $20 total a month for like Netflix and Hulu. You know, that's fine on top of like their $60 internet bill or whatever, 40.
I'm just curious. You know that Microsoft's subscription service, Xbox Play, I think it's called?
Like Xbox Pass, Game Pass Ultimate or whatever.
Xbox Game Pass. You know it's going to be on the Switch, right?
Really?
Yes.
Snipe.
Switch and PC. So, like, these subscription services, I think they're going to be on console to console. But anyway, are we still on Ubisoft, or any other words for Ubisoft?
Oh,
Yeah, thanks for fucking me over, Franklin. Oh, that's fucking very much. I think Ubisoft and Bethesda are really stupid for making the subscription service.
I figured Ubisoft would talk something about Beyond Good and Evil 2. It was announced like 2 years ago, right?
Is there not another Assassin's Creed game?
Beyond Good and Evil 2 was announced last year, I believe.
I don't.
Like, I remember that. That trailer looked really good.
I think it was announced in 2017. Because like the year after that, they're just like, here's another trailer for it. And the year, then this year, it's just nothing.
Like Metroid Prime.
Well, they didn't announce this Gods and Monsters thing, but we didn't get any gameplay for that shit, so I don't really care.
You want to go for the, By the way, you know what those green things are?
They're not spinies.
They're spiny eggs.
Ugh. Why do they bounce? Well, you know what? It keeps the eggs safe. But one game that caught my attention from Ubisoft was actually the new Watch Dogs.
Oh,
I haven't played a single Watch Dogs before.
this will be the third one, right?
Yeah.
oh, you're only interested because of Assassin Grandma.
Yeah, damn right. So, well, not just that. The concept of Watch Dogs Legion is it takes place in London. London is now like this terrible, terrible place for outlaws. And the Watch Dogs, or the Resistance, wants to take London back. So what they have you do is you can play as any...
I'm guessing you try to jump off a bit higher, but it just
Yeah, I didn't jump high.
yeah, you gimped your jump for some reason. Or,
You can play as any character. Any NPC.
Really?
Yep, you can recruit any NPC into your cause.
That's really interesting. Did they have like different attributes or like
Yeah.
different skills?
Oh Jesus.
Like if you recruit like an electrician, they can do electrician
Hack
things.
drones.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's really interesting.
And the old ladies are unsuspecting old CI... Well, what-
Spies.
spies, yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. Good. That's a good concept, Ubisoft.
So-
I'm really excited to see how you fuck it up.
I've heard some positive things about Watch Dogs. I just didn't have enough interest to actually...
I'll give it the benefit of the doubt,
Play it.
but I mean, if history shows.
And you said it was Ubisoft that had Ghostwire, right?
Ghostwire, I think. No, that was Bethesda, I think.
Fuck.
Which was kind of literally out of nowhere.
It looks cool.
Yeah.
I'll just say that, but no gameplay, no hype.
Like the first, like, how many survival horror games do you know outside of Fatal Frame takes place in Japan?
That one...
That one game.
Natural Rad covered it, but I can't remember what it's called. Where you play as multiple characters, and what one character does affects another character's route.
What? Dead by Daylight?
No!
No, wait, no, something else.
It's older. Oh, what we skipped on, because I wasn't looking at my list, before Ubisoft happened, Limited Run Games had their conference. I learned who they are by watching their conference. So yes, first time I've ever heard of Limited Run Games. But they had like one of the most like one of the biggest things that I wanted announced that I didn't know was gonna happen. So Limited Run Games, what they do is they take digital games and turn them into physical copies. And they announced a few 3DS games.
Such as?
All the guys who did Mutant Muds and all the games made by the guys who did Mutant Muds and Hotline Miami are gonna have all their games on one cartridge. Now, aside from the fact that they were sad to announce that the games they announced are going to be the last run of the PS Vita games they're going to make. Yes, you heard that right. They apparently were making physical PS Vita games.
I mean, someone had to. Sony wasn't.
Sonny?
I mean, I think the PSP is still more known than the PS Vita.
Oh,
yeah, you got all those fucking things. Fucking asshole.
How old is the PSP?
It's like came out in like 2003, right? 2004? No, that's too early. It came out when I was in middle school.
It's a weird looking star.
So the last thing they announced on their show, because that's like the one thing that I remember, the one thing that I really want is a Star Wars collection.
The Lego Star Wars thing?
No. A Star Wars collection of of almost every single old Star Wars game.
Like for like Super Nintendo? Like Super Star Wars? And like Battlefront?
No. Rebel Squadron.
Okay.
Oh, you mean
Pod
the Star
Racing.
I mean the Star
Shadows
Wars
of
game
the
on
Empire?
the one game on Commodore 64.
Yeah. Yeah.
What was next?
After Limited Run and after Ubisoft was the Kinda Funny Showcase.
What?
Kinda Funny Showcase.
Okay.
They're the guys who promote... Oh, thank God. They're the guys who promote indie games.
Alright.
And it's kind of sad.
Are they like an ad company?
I don't think so. And I say it's kind of sad because they kind of gunshotted their collection of 60 indie games they're releasing. 60.
60? Like from what year till when?
I don't remember. So there was 2 games
So 60
Three.
games.
Three games that I can remember off the top of my head. Aside from King of Cards from Shovel Knight. Or I should say expansion to Shovel Knight, the last one.
Plague Knight something, brother.
No, King of Cards.
Okay.
If you remember, Shovel Knight currently has Plague Knight,
And
Ghost, Spectre Knight, and they've been working on King Knight. They showed off a little bit of King Knight, but I think it was like a really quick trailer.
That there one.
I have to look up the name, but I know in the second part of its name, it's Moon. It's something Moon, and it's an eldritch horror game that takes place in a space station.
Ooh, that sounds fun.
And then there's another eldritch horror game made by an indie company that I still can't remember its name, but it's exactly like Shadow over Innsmouth. What?
Carrion?
No, not Korean. Though that caught my eye too, and they did show off that as well. No, wait, no, they didn't. That was Devolver Digital. Yeah. I mean, they had some Devolver Digital games, and speaking of Devolver Digital, I didn't bring it up, but the limited run games, their showcase was like, they were trying really hard to be Devolver Digital and be current. And I say that because they referenced JoJo's way too hard.
Greeting. How do you do, fellow kids?
This conference was next. Is it actually Nintendo?
No, I watched the Nintendo one, so I can actually talk about that one. And there's some stuff I want to talk about.
After that, it was Square Enix and the Nintendo.
Square definitely showed off some good stuff. Like a lot of Final Fantasy VII gameplay, of course, was really good.
Is a good
it
thing.
looks fucking great.
Although, from what I can tell, they don't know how many parts it's going to be yet, even now. And then the first part is just Midgard.
But like, can't they like guess like?
Nope.
Are they like how much stuff are they adding to it?
I don't know, but they are
They're
definitely expanding on stuff and changing things.
That's what we know, that they're gonna make Midgard its own full game.
So Square Enix did follow off Final Fantasy VII remake, and that's good. They released the Final Fantasy VIII remaster, which I thought was kind of silly, but then I saw that they like noticeably upgraded the models, and I'm like, okay, I'm still not gonna play this game.
The face actually looks like a face.
You're the best looking guy here.
No.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Well,
God damn it.
I guess it's time.
Other than Final Fantasy VIII remaster,
Well,
basically
it's a water level.
They basically just announced. They just basically talked more about Final Fantasy VII remake, and they talked about several remasters that are existing, and that's basically it.
Alright.
But Final Fantasy VII looks amazing. I think we can all agree on that, right?
And that's the main thing that everyone focuses on when it comes to Square Enix, when it comes to the Square Enix show.
Because I mean, it's one of the best looking things that they've done in a long time. I mean, all their CGI looks good, but
Honestly, stuff like 9 and 6 deserve that kind of treatment too. But God, Tetsuya Nomura's in charge of all that, in charge of that, and Kingdom Hearts. God damn it. Remind is a DLC that come out in like fucking winter. Why? That's longer than I expected.
Which show? I'm sorry. Which conference had Psychonauts 2 in it?
Psychonauts 2 is Microsoft, I think. Because
Because
Microsoft bought out Double Fine.
Because I remember Kind of Funny Games had Tim Schafer in their presentation, but only at the beginning and at the end. They didn't use him at all. They just had him in there. But anyway, it's kind of disappointing that after the entire presentation for Final Fantasy VII Remake, they immediately followed up with Life is Strange 2. After Square Enix was the Nintendo conference.
Yeah, the victors of E3.
Yeah.
Began immediately with the Dragon Quest XI Pro Tag being a new character,
As well as
along with his alternate skins being the previous heroes.
Echo Fighters. I don't know what game. I think one of them's from I think 7. I think.
I wouldn't call them Echo Fighters. I call them literal skins because that's what they are.
Yeah, I don't think they're like. It's like the same as Koopa Wings.
Alright. I think one of them, the banana, is like Dragon Quest 7, I think? I'm not sure. I haven't played any of them. So, like, Dragon Quest is one of the most, like, the third highest selling RPG series in the world, so...
Yep, the Japanese love it.
It's, like, about as big as Gundam over there. And Gundam's, like, the Star Wars of Japan, so...
Okay. After that, they immediately showed, Luigi.
Luigi Mansion 3.
Yeah, Luigi's Mansion 3.
They started off hella strong. I didn't expect them to go on to the Luigi's Mansion 3 so quickly.
I expected it to be narrated the entire time. After that,
Luigi's Mansion 3 is one of the many releases in the Direct that got a surprisingly soon release date. Like, several games are coming out in 2, 3, 4 months from now. I did not expect that for, like, so many of them.
I believe this month Mario Maker 2 is being released.
Along with I think later on in the month is Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3? Or is that in July?
I think that's next month. I wouldn't put money down on that, but I believe it's next month.
what came next?
I'm not sure if it was Animal Crossing or not.
And that was a little bit later.
Was it Daemon X Machina or just a large showcase of games coming to Switch?
I think Machina was later as well, I believe.
Trials of Mana.
Oh yeah.
Is Trials of Mana a game that was already released? And
Yes, it's a remake.
Like the visual update or whatever.
It's a remake of 3, and then there's a collection coming that also includes 3. According to Nitrorad, that's actually a huge deal because the third the third Mana game never came to the US.
Whoa.
So, hey, at least we're getting a 3 of something, right? Mother.
And then that collection of all 3 of them was released on the Switch that day, which was amazing. It's not the only one that did that too.
Resident Evil got a collection. Or we're getting Resident Evil 5 and what else? 5 and 6.
5 and 6.
Why 6?
Yay!
Trials of Mana, Resident Evil Collection, Animal Crossing. And then... what else?
Okay, let's be honest. How great was that acting in the Resident Evil commercial?
Chris! I need you to take my sister to this haunted mansion and play Switch with her. Wait, not Chris Leon. Fuck!
Oh, the Dark Crystal.
You're right.
The fucking...
Netflix, earlier, Netflix made an announcement that they were going to be participating in the gaming market. Everyone was confused as to what the fuck they meant.
So,
and then Dark Crystal happened.
So it's a tactics game.
Yeah.
Which, okay. I was expecting a Dark Crystal video game. And just to preface this, I fucking love the Dark Crystal.
Never
I love
seen
that.
it.
It's a great movie. Jim Henson. It's the guy who made the Muppets.
Besides, we got Goku and Smash. We don't need any more Dragon Ball for now.
Yeah.
No, we didn't Goku. We got Trunks.
We got Gohan.
We got Goku too. Oh.
You seen that picture?
Yeah, I'm aware that the Dragon Quest heroes are the closest we're going to get to an Akira Toriyama designed character to Smash.
They are Akira Toriyama's designed characters.
I know they are! That's what I'm saying!
You know, you said the closest we're going to get to an Akira Toriyama designed character, but they are Akira Toriyama designed characters.
Did you have to pause?
Yes.
Yes.
Talk and play at the same time. They are, but they're not the one people want.
Well, the more we played, like it was either Dragon Quest or Chrono.
Sure as hell wasn't Isaac from Golden
Hello.
Sun. Who's there?
You know, that's something else that kind of pissed me off.
Oh, was that
Good
Dave?
lord, the frame rate.
I mean, Kellogg.
I mean, the NES is a powerful machine, but even it has its limitations.
The NES is a powerful machine, he says. Fucking chugged early when I picked up a block.
Yeah. But you know, Chrono would be a great addition, but I think Dragon Quest is more...
It
is bigger. You okay?
What's up? Last thing Nintendo announced. The second to last thing Nintendo announced.
There's more things.
Yeah.
I mean, We're getting The Witcher. We're getting Skyrim.
We're getting Fire Emblem.
We're getting Doom.
Oh wow.
Wait, did they even talk about Doom Eternal at that direct?
No, it was just flashed through quickly.
Yeah, it's flashed for a second. Like,
what
it'll show up
else?
eventually.
There's something else. We're getting a bunch of games.
Another Smash announcement.
Yeah.
Our good friend is coming back from Rare Hell.
Literally everyone in Smash is happy to see him, especially like Donkey.
Everyone.
Donkey Kong, King K. Rool, Diddy, the
Diddy
Rare
Kong
character.
and King K. Rool were Rare design characters, so yeah.
People question like Diddy Kong was designed specifically by first by Rare.
Yeah.
So the fact that Diddy Kong showed all sorts of stuff and not K. Rool is a matter of what are you talking about? K. Rool's fine.
Yeah, people know. I mean,
I'm happy it's just finally happening.
it's I didn't expect it to happen. I was still fucking ecstatic. Like holy shit.
You're not the only one. I saw a bunch of reactions to it. Popular YouTubers, just some people I know, they're all extremely ecstatic about it. It was the first time I felt excitement for a video game trailer.
I'm gonna get. I want to buy a Switch for it. This is.
The second time was No More Heroes 2. Ah!
Oh,
3!
yeah. We didn't talk about No More Heroes, but I still want to keep talking about the fucking Banjo-Kazooie. Fucking Spiral Mountain is a stage, of course. And you see Guntertil in the background. And
I'm
Bobbles.
great.
Some people have been wanting. Some people have been wanting, or something I want as well, where Gruntilda just roasts all the fighters that show up. And, like,
That'd be amazing.
and rhyme.
It better fucking happen.
You don't. It's not like you need some sort of special voice recording. It's just rah, 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 rah. That's all you need.
Holy shit, I forgot about that. That would be amazing. That'd be the best fucking one. Better than Palutena, better than Metal Gear. It'll be the best one. Because there's gonna be a fucking bunch of rhyming quips that roast the fighters.
You haven't seen that picture where someone actually did that, did you?
Oh well, now I'm going. Now I want
think
to.
I saw one of them.
Saw all of them. Well, and it wasn't for all the fighters, it was just 5.
Let's see what else. I love the. I wonder. I bet their taunts is gonna be their musical instruments.
Hope so.
Or the victory screen.
Honestly, I don't remember in the games Banjo and Kazooie ever actually playing a banjo or a kazoo.
They do it
except for the
outside of the
opening.
opening.
Yeah. I mean, it is their names. I mean, it's a game where they're named after musical instruments and they collect music notes. You
I
know?
want to go through Bumpo's Mountain. Now then, after Banjo was announced, Nintendo's gonna play even more with their Breath of the Wild engine
Oh yeah.
and reuse assets.
Yep.
I'm sorry to say it, but yes, that's how it's happening.
Why Nintendo? I mean,
But no, we
that
should-
level took way too long to beat.
are they gonna pull fucking a Blizzard and just redo the map like they did with World of Warcraft and Cataclysm? Is that what they're gonna do? Or they're just gonna use the same map and change it around?
Why not? It'll save them a lot of time in building stuff.
I know. I mean, and I'd be very happy to have a high quality, if as long as it stays high quality Zelda game sooner if he does that. But I just hope that it's not like,
An extreme, just a copy.
yeah. Oh, wait a minute. We didn't talk about the Link's Awakening remake.
We did.
It looks really good.
Yes. It's coming out once again. Coming out sooner than I thought, like September. Like I know,
Oh,
like
wait.
I think it's like
wait,
September,
wait.
like a smorgasbord of
Franklin.
games.
Link's Awakening looks amazing. I love the art style.
Yeah.
It looks like, you know what it looks like? It looks like a fucking claymation school project. It's very charming.
I ate shit.
I like how in the dungeon it looks like someone just took a box and made like a little scenario in it.
Anything else you want to say about Link's Awakening?
No, it's that looks
I don't have
good.
much of a connection to it myself. I've never actually played it, but I'm looking forward to this remake.
Yeah,
It's
it
pretty
looks
cool.
fucking amazing.
So, I said Nintendo was the last one. Well, it was the last conference or last presentation of anything. Capcom had a stream at E3 after Nintendo did its direct.
They just talked about Monster Hunter or something.
They talked about Iceborne and had Street Fighter 3 v3s. And the first day, I didn't watch any other day conference because I figured it didn't even matter. It's all the same hunt. And they're talking about the same information anyway. They have their Monster Hunter Iceborne presentation, or what I like to refer to it as Ryozo gets fucking pissed. Ryozo, who now directs the... not director, or actual director of Capcom's fighting game department, and the director of Monster Hunter. There's a guy showcasing the new stuff, the new minigame that I still don't understand how it works, but you just get random items from it. You can play this minigame every 3 hunts. It's like a jackpot machine or something, I'm not quite sure.
Ooh, I don't know if that's going to be good for you, Franklin. You
Shut
know
up.
how bad you are at gambling.
Once I have the rules explained to me, maybe I'll do better than the guy did.
Maybe.
A new camera mode, which comes with its own poses for your hunter to take. And then Ryozo and one of the other guys that worked on Monster Hunter World do the Tigrex hunt, which was available at the Capcom booth as a demo.
I hope T-Rex's armor skills are actually worth the shit in this game, because in most games I've experienced with T-Rex's armor is just like whatever compared to what else you can get. Despite being one of the flagship monsters of the game.
And the other guy, he's like taking the hunt seriously, trying to do everything as you normally would if you were actually playing the game. But Ryozo begins by goofing off and taking pictures.
So what, does he faint twice and then...
No, he doesn't faint at all. None of them faint, period.
Good.
The thing is, why I called it Ryozo gets fucking pissed is that he shows off everything more properly than the guy who was originally showing it off. He's like, what? Why is this guy getting these weird ass camera angles? What is he doing? Let me do it. And it comes to the point that they almost failed the quest because they almost ran out of time.
Good lord. How do you... Never mind. Whatever. Okay. Fine.
Also, I didn't know Ryozo was a hammer main. But anyway.
Well, I got to want to use hammer just because I can do the Sonic the Hedgehog going down a slope.
But they show off some neat things. They show off how the monster riding works. If you guys were paying attention to the trailer, notice that at one point the hunters were riding on Jagras. The way the mounts work is kind of like the scout flies if they moved you as well. They will automatically move towards monster tracks or the monster in general.
Uh-huh.
So instead of having to chase the monster if it gets away from you, you can ride the mount and just get to the monster.
That's pretty cool.
And while you're riding it, you're able to just...
How big is the map? I mean, do you really need to, like, be ready to ride there?
While mounting it, you can do stuff like drinking potions.
Alright.
Okay then. Sharpening your weapon. Just all the prep work that you would usually do in Monster Hunter.
I mean, that's pretty. I mean, that's cool.
And then that's pretty much all I know. Currently, I think E3 is now over, unless there's a day 4. Or not day 4, but... Yeah, I think E3 is over, so what Nintendo has uploaded by now should be like short, well not short, but 30-minute segments of games talked about in more detail. Like one I'm looking forward to is Daemon X Machina. Did you know that game is gonna have online co-op?
Say the name again?
Daemon X Machina.
Well, it's basically Armored Core, so yeah. Again, the smoke trail killed you. Extra reach that.
That's pretty much all I have to say on E3. Or
It's basically over. It was about what I like, other than Banjo and PSO2. It's about what I expected. Kind of a handful of really big surprises, but overall it's pretty ho hum.
I mean, let's be honest. Banjo was the king of E3 of this year.
Yeah. Then Dragon Quest, because it's basically like the West is like, who the fuck's Dragon Quest? Yeah, Banjo! Japan's like, fuck Dragon Quest! Who the hell is Banjo?
You pretty much.
They both got something. I guess the EU is just like, okay, whatever.
Captain King!
Well, Rare was a British company, so it is.
Yeah.
Thank you, Grant Kirkhope.
I mean,
Oh yeah, after that announcement, if you go on Twitter, Grant Kirkhope was going on about this was like the hardest secret to ever keep in my life.
really new?
Yeah.
Oh, he
Yeah.
worked on the fucking music,
You
didn't he?
made this.
Yeah, he did.
Stop doing that!
It's not on purpose.
So?